people who follow this every single day, I don't think they're aware of this kind of change in thinking of ETH2. So yeah, can you kind of explain how that shift happened?
Sure. So I think it's important to remember that the ETH2 roadmap has something that has changed quite a bit over the last few years. So I think the vision around 3 to 4 years ago actually was to just make a new chain that would change a lot of things, that would fix all of the mistakes in the existing Ethereum system, and then add proof of stake, add sharding, and finally come up with some kind of way for existing applications to move over. And I think the roadmap has evolved to become more pragmatic over time in a lot of ways. So especially as the merge has come closer, there have been a lot of these subtle changes toward emphasizing just making it a very smooth transition for developers. So just as one example, right? In the roadmap as it was in 2018, it would have probably required individual application developers or just individual users to take their assets and move it over from the ETH1 chain to the ETH2 chain. But now, there isn't even moving from chain to chain happening, right? The two chains are even merging together. And the thing that we call the ETH1 chain today, that's being renamed the execution chain, right? And the thing called the beacon chain, it's being renamed the consensus chain. And these are not going to be two separate chains, right? Right now, there's two separate chains, but after the merge, the execution chain is going to live inside of the consensus chain, right? So every beacon chain block will contain one execution chain block. So, you'll literally have a chain inside a chain. And the reason why we did this is to just make the merge process as simple as possible and as smooth as possible for users, for client developers, and for contract and application developers, right? Because your experience of Ethereum as a user is not even going to change all that much between before the merge and after the merge. You download the software and your experience just interacting with the Ethereum chain looks very similar before and after. The only difference is that before, the Ethereum execution blocks had some proof of work attached, and after, these Ethereum execution blocks will not have any proof of work attached anymore, but instead they'll come packaged inside these beacon chain blocks. So there's a lot of complicated technical wizardry happening in the background, but from the point of view as a user, you don't even have to worry about that as much, right? And so there's a lot of continuity between Ethereum before and Ethereum after. It's not a replacement. It's actually a fairly slow and incremental kind of upgrade where basically the entire ecosystem is being sort of taken from running on top of this older proof of work design to running on top of this newer and very powerful proof of stake design. And then with the ability to add sharding and other lovely things on top. So, basically, post-merge Ethereum is Ethereum, right? There isn't this sort of you have 1.0 ETH and 2.0 ETH. There isn't this kind of you have a 1.0 ecosystem and a 2.0 ecosystem. It just is the Ethereum ecosystem and always will be the Ethereum ecosystem.